This one, sorry, yeah, this one is actually there's something special about this one is you will be able to replace your damaged LAN gateway without removing the sub devices. I think this is one of the challenging part people may encounter. And they have the Linux and the 3.10 operating system. It's kind of relatively stable in the LAN connection with a stable communication.
Right. About the transmission part, it's like two iPhones put together, and you can transport the information from one into the new one.
Yes.
That is the Tuya solution. Right. So if you want to OEM this one, you can apply for the 6. So right now the process is 6 out of 19. And the Linux is relatively to the computer side, which is very trustworthy, and you might be very familiar with the system. So I've also heard that ever since 2015 that they've been working with Tuya. It's actually one of the first generations saying powered by Tuya.
Yeah, they have been working with Tuya for a long time.
Yeah, tested out by the market. So, all right. I see that you bring in another sample today. And this is what I normally think of as gateway.
Yeah, this is a big one. This is actually something that you can look at the typical appearance. This is a multi-node engineering gateway. Why we call it an engineering ones because it supports up to 400 sub-devices with Zigbee, Bluetooth, and third-party protocols. That's why they will be highly compatible, can be used a wide range of, especially in the commercial scenarios. The engineer gateway has a built-in local real-time clock to ensure accurate linkage on all working conditions and to ensure intelligent scenario in commercial scenarios. The engineering gateway supports one clock networking, and the convenient networking can significantly improve the efficiency of engineering delivery.
Well, actually, we can talk more because I do see the customer request saying they have smart apartment or smart buildings,
Yeah.
and it's the commercial side. Because for the family use, I can barely think of what are the things I can number up to 400 devices at the same time.
That's right.
But for the commercial scenario, that is quite common. And this one is mainly powered by Tuya, and we make it in-house, right?
Yes.
So if you do want to know more about this engineering gateway, or you want to book a meeting with Frank, talk to our assistant and we can have this arranged. And moving on to the next one, which is relatively new and the shape is surprising. And I do have a question for Frank. We will be discussing this for a while. I'll do the unboxing part. So this is actually a USB shape.
Yes.
And I've been asking myself, why do we need a USB gateway?
Yeah, actually, it has it's actually a beauty inside. It's a lower manufacturing cost. You can say it's a portable, it's low cost, and to save the plugs and easy to save the trouble managing multi standard of the socket. So actually, this is easy using, portable, cost saving.
So you answered my question, and it has a built-in battery as well, right?
Yes.
Well, the next part is none of this related, but how do we switch the battery inside, or do we charge it?
Yeah, we switch the battery.
All right.
Yes.
Oh, well, we can find it out later. Such a random question over here. So that's pretty much that we are showing about the gateway, and we pick some out of the category over there. But you're welcome to go visit expo.tuya.com and select the gateway, and you can see the pages gateways are available. And the third part, we are talking about controller. All right, you already have it in your hand. So this one looks very typical, but this is an AC controller, and generally speaking, it enables air conditioner energy saving and comfort mode settings. It comes with a large LCD screen, touch buttons, and you can control the air conditioner on the screen. So since we are not plugging in or we are not setting it up during our live webinar, Frank, any features you would like to share with our audience today?
It has something special. It's a non-contact infrared sensor backlight. Just wave your hand in front of the screen to trigger the backlight to brighten the screen. So, and the iForest code library can be downloaded automatically. So even if the network is offline, it can be controlled by the touch button on the screen.
Well, I heard it like over and over again, but I think that's a very typical one. However, I call the keyword you said library from the conversation. And although this is a multi-purpose remote, but this one is specifically very professionally adaptation of air conditioner, the IR side. And air conditioner, when you are using it for a long period of time, the Tuya app will remind you to remove and wash the filter. So definitely when we are talking about the AC controller, we are moving on to a more universal one that supports more IR control products. So this one, they serve as remote control, temperature sensor, humidity sensor. It's all in one. Only one product is needed to remotely control the air home appliances such as TVs, air conditioners, fans, projectors, and set up the boxes, etc. It covers a large number of equipment brands, and it's again, I'm borrowing your word, the IR code library. So I'm saying it has a lot of information already stored in the products. And also it has a learning ability. So even if this product is not included in the library, it can catch the codes from the backside and learn quickly and download the one to show you the service related. And what about the on and off time of this?
Yeah, the on and off time of the iForest home appliances that can be set to reduce the power consumption. For those days, and power, that's a very hot topic. Cost as well, saving of cost as well. So SmartSync setting and Tuya equipment linkage is also support.
Well, I have a really good guys over here. So when we are talking about different sizes, this one can be cost effective as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very small. You can just put it in your palm.
That's right, yeah.
And so we have the remote looking at like humidity sensor, and I see that you are moving in another remote one that actually looks like a remote, and this is what I expected. And all right, so you are pushing it to the forward. Anything you want to emphasize today?
Yes, I want to say the supports and smart device control with 5 protocols like IR, Wi-Fi, and Zigbee, Bluetooth. So it can use the gateway for device control and sync control. The IR device can control the device like AC, TVs, set-top boxes, and TV boxes. And Wi-Fi, Zigbee, Bluetooth can control like the lighting, socket, curtain motors, spot switches, and thermostats, and clothing drying racks, and other devices. One touch linking between the smart and the non-smart devices. This hand and held smart screen support one touch screen synchronization, allow real-time synchronization with SmartSync and the app for you to easy application.
Well, you are introducing the product. I'm screaming the messages in the group chat.
你想听什么，我便播什么。你要欢愉，我就手舞足蹈。我是涂鸦智慧中控屏，欢迎了解我更多，也希望了解你更多。
Let's test if you guys can hear our voice this time, and this is our live webinar. So we are coming back, and this is again Samantha from Tuya International Operating Department, and welcome to our 17th webinar on our latest smart control panel release. And I'm hearing my echo from the back system. So today's decoration is a little bit different because we always have 3 people sitting around, and we decorated with a round table, and also the LED lights behind is Zigbee with the Zigbee gateway, and this is a great thanks to our colleague. And here comes the first link, our group assistant please send the very first link in the group chat. And this is a link to our gateway solution. So Frank is coming back with his dear friend Alan. So why don't you just go ahead and introduce both of you?
Oh yeah, thanks Samantha. Hi, this is Frank. I feel thrilled coming back to the PSG. You know, we're always looking forward to the better products, and here today we're bringing one. Before we go to the product, let me introduce my workmates, Alan, from the department about this panel, Al's product manager. Alan has a proven history of working in the artificial intelligence, the smart home industry as well. Alan's products today, for nowadays, has not only combined the AR technology, but aesthetics, the beauties into this product as well. So let's looking forward to today's session.
Hi, this is Alan.
And that's it, very brief. We were doing the rehearsal, and I actually look forward to Frank how to introduce Alan. And we did a calendar online, and so feel free to book an online meeting with either Frank or Alan. And Frank, since you are again coming back to our audience, and why don't you just go ahead and introduce Tuya very briefly?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to share that Tuya Smart is a global IoT development platform to bridge brands, OEM developers, and retailers. So based on the global public cloud, Tuya connects different smart scenarios and devices by providing hardware development tools and public cloud services and offering a smart business development platform as well. So till now, that Tuya has more than 7,600 brand customers worldwide. You can see lots of the well-known brands in the States.
That's a good point that we are not releasing the brands. And the rules are very basic. And before we start, for the best experience for everyone, you will be automatically muted and have cameras turned off throughout today's webinar. It's such a pity that I can't see your pretty faces and I can't hear your voice. However, you'll still be able to ask questions in the chat box along the way, as we have a team of experts standby to respond to any questions in real time. And if you are still on social media, which you might find the Tuya B2B on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, as well as what's the other one? Instagram. So go through the link from the social media, and our very first lottery for the Smart Sample Live will go live in 2 minutes. And going to the agenda page, the first one gonna be introduction, which we just briefly finished, and second one gonna be the core deliver content. Look forward to that. And third, how to empower your IoT business. And we still have about 10 minutes for the FAQ. And don't forget, we have 5 lottery for free giveaways, including the samples in front of us, also a $50 Amazon gift card. However, the Amazon gift card comes with a very simple question if you follow our content. And leave your email address if you need our slide. Just for your information, you probably won't be able to see the slide very vividly from the Zoom. So leave your email address just in case. And here comes the very first round live event gift. All right, please type 1 in the group chat. And since this is happening so fast, and I guess you are not prepared yet, so I'm going to type 1 in the group chat just in case you don't know what to do with that. See, I believe many of the audience are returning ones because we already have this many. And we are going to start with counting back 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, I finished on the 13th. This is very odd number to get started. However, we are going to continue, and we're gonna count whoever is the 13th sending number 1 in the group chat and accepting me. So the next one gonna be coming very soon, and stay tuned with us. And here comes to the very fancy slides, the smart panel. release. And I know Frank has introduced many times of this, but this time this is to our global audience, and we are going to give them a little bit more of the information. So do you want to get started?
Yeah, absolutely. Before we go to the panel, I think we can first take a look at the automobile industry. You know that in the past 15 years, great changes have taken place in the automobile industry. We're seeing actually more and more energy vehicles to replace the fuel vehicles on the road. And they have been taking over the market and getting more and more. So the market share has increased rapidly.
Well, you definitely didn't expect this whole webinar started with automobile, and I didn't expect that. And we want to collect your thoughts for the very first time. What is your intention to join this webinar? And then we know which part of the content we want to lean more over and which one you might be interested in. And this is the, all right, give me a second. What's happening here? Whoever is editing whoever is editing that, please tell that person to quit. And here's the answer. Give me a second. We can see the votation over here. So 32% said, I'm looking for brand new products and updates. And it goes 34%, I want to know the industry. So maybe more of our audience are looking at the products and updates for their brand category to expand. And we'll tell you more about the hardware devices about itself. And if you want to purchase or retail, or you have customers installation requests, leave us a message. And all right, we'll see. And the first questionnaire just ended. We have some technical issues behind, but let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, no worry. You know, sometimes they just make a joke with us in the system, right? They're excited about the new products as well. So continue with the industries. We're seeing that not only nowadays the energy has been changing from the electricity, from the gasoline to electricity. But the new energy vehicle has two significant changes as well. The one is, I think everybody knows that is the autopilot, also we call it autonomous driving. And the other one is the smart cockpit.
Yeah. Hey Frank, I heard that you gave a vivid case during the internal training, right? So can you share it today?
Yeah, I'd be really happy to share that. And I think you take a look at the pictures, the two pictures on screen. On the left one is, we all know there's Benz. Benz invented car in 1886. At that time, there was actually used the physical buttons to control the central console. So as in your scenario, when there's more and more functions you need to realize that you would need to add more buttons. So you will see that pictures was packed with all different buttons. And on the right side, we know Tesla in 2008, they delivered the first Roadster. We're surprising to see there's only one big screen in the central control, right? So they realize on the function and on the command you want to give to the vehicle itself. So we're saying that's a great change taking place in the automobile, starting from this mechanization to electronization.
Well, we see from Expo that there are a lot of vehicles displayed in different areas, and this area especially, you can see the touch screen almost on every single vehicle, and it's getting larger and larger. I'm a huge fan of the physical buttons, but when you are interacting with the new system, which is behind the screen, it feels like I'm driving a pad with 4 wheels on the road, and that is actually feeling great.
Yeah, absolutely. I think along the process from the mechanization to electronization, I think the great landmark event we're seeing is that the screen has taken over the interaction with the physical world. But this is not the nature of the change. The nature of the change is that the screen actually improves the efficiencies of interaction. So when there is no screen, if you want to add a function, you need to add a physical button. So you cannot imagine that's how miserable the experience is if you have 100 functions, you realize you need 100 physical buttons on the console. So this is not possible.
Yeah.
So the screen supports multi-level interactions. You can quickly get the locations, the function you want to control.
Well, I hope that we have a car just right in front of us, and we know that you go through the menu, and from the menu first to the second to the third, and how many hidden buttons are there. But
Yeah.
so bad. Well, we have to find a brand who support us and have this Tesla like road test that we can
Yeah.
do. And we have seen many amazing revolutions happening in the auto industry. So I guess when we talk about the smart home industry, we are going to experience a major change as well, right?
Exactly. The same thing's happening in the smart home. That's when we find it's a pretty challenging for us to manage so many devices and in one time, especially I need to do the group control or personalize the way you want to control them. So this is actually happening at home. So because we're having more and more devices in the home, like light switch and TV, air conditioner, sweeper, and air purifier as well.
I'm checking on the chat box, and here are some of the questions. I get the first one. So the social media, Ollie said, how do I find your social medias? And our social media channel is called Tuya B2B. So find it over there. And also, Dimitris, if you know that I mentioned your name, where can we message you, please, regarding purchase and installation in a specific country? I am from Greece and would like to know whether there are representatives, resellers, and installers. We definitely have reps in charge of the Greece region.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. And probably you need to check deeper into the resellers. Well, we have brands over there, but the installers, we have to check deeper with the reps over there or the SA support, right?
Yes, I think we can. I think we can have a deep look at after the session about the specific country, the Greek. And
Sure. And Dimitris, can you, well, if you please leave your email address, we'll get back to you after this. Or you can book a meeting and I'll resend you to the our representative for the Greece region. And here comes the very second live event gift away. And it comes with the same rule. Goes with typing 1 in the group chat. Yeah, right? Well, Dimitris, I look forward to work with you in the very near future. So, all right, let's
Okay.
get it started.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. And our assistant, this is not the questionnaire time yet. We are right here with the lottery section. But since, well, we've already posted the questionnaire, what will you consider? What will you consider when purchasing a smart panel? And here is the feedback. So people pay more attention to the look, let's say the surface and the UI system.
Yeah.
And the second one goes to the central control devices number. And those two will definitely give you very much in details because we are going to show you how this looks and how brief and nice and beautiful that UI is. And also we are going to tell you how many devices it support up to. And this is a very nice picture. And Frank, why are we showing this?
yeah, it's a very nice pictures. I think we have facing more and more devices, but control them through the physical buttons one by one. So we reduce the efficiency of inactions. We also encounter 3 problems.
And what are the 3 problems?
So let me say, the first problem is devices are scattered everywhere in the room, right? You have to go to the corresponding place to control the device. and through physical buttons. And the second problem is physical interaction cannot meet user diversified and individual needs. For example, the physical switch can only control the light on or off. You have no way to change the color, brightness, and the color temperature. So, yeah, maybe you will say I can use mobile phone. So here comes
mobile phone also works, right?
Yeah. Also works. But here comes the third problem. Mobile phone or mobile app doesn't suit for the elderly and the children. You cannot expect every old man and the children to control every device through their mobile phone like you, right? So, and it seems weird to use a mobile app to control home device at home.
Well, so here comes some more questions. Who do I reach out to about the content creator, and what content creator are you talking about? Are you talking about the OEM app, or you are talking about the content, the slides that we are showing today? If you want to know the content, and leave your email address in the group chat, we're gonna send it to you. But the creator is right sitting here, Alan. So if you have further questions, feel free to book a meeting. And you don't see the meeting, so do we have the meeting link sent out in the group chat? The online meeting with Frank or... All right, we'll send it soon. And the three problems, I actually had this conversation with the handler, and I asked, why do we need this central control in the smart home since everything can be controlled from the cell phone? But this grab and go and this useful function is really considered, because people are still used to going back home, put the cell phone away, and use something, just set up the scene. And as long as it's a beautiful design and there comes with 3 up to 5 pieces, this is quite useful, and I can just turn on or turn off the scene right before I go to sleep. And the central control is very important too, and also with more interactions with devices. So those 3 problems, after we solved, what are we moving next to?
Yeah, so if just like the smart cockpit, just Frank said, in the home space, we also need a screen to take over the interaction with the home, with the physical world.
And Alan also see you listed some devices below. Yeah, with the cartoon just came out. And if you want to check out more hardware devices, you can definitely go visit expo.tuya.com, because we have over 50,000 SKUs supported over there.
Yeah, so let's take a look at how a screen can solve the above problems. First of all, you can see all the smart devices in your home will be displayed on this screen, just like the Frank show.
Yeah, you saw that this is a device list on the panel.
Let's wait a second. We need the camera to zoom in the product.
Yes.
Right.
So we put all smart devices in one screen. You don't need to go to different place to control different devices. This is the first step. And the second, through this screen, you can not only control the light on or off, but also control the color and the color temperature. Of course, you can control all sorts of devices, not just the light.
Yeah, so you'll be able to say that we can change the color and the brightness and white. This is a take for the bubble, for example. So we support for all kinds of devices using the Tuya solutions, but not only the devices, but the same control as well. So this is just a simple demo about how the panel works and how it looks like.
Yeah. And finally, this screen will be installed in the wall as a household infrastructure, so it won't move like a mobile phone. The elderly and the children can control the devices at home through the screen at any time.
All right, so I found a very interesting message over here, which is from Bruce. And I can hear my echo from here. Give me a second. Let me fix this. And Bruce side, South Africa Tuya installation service provider. I also have this email address here.
Email.
I have this email address here. Do we have to verify this later, or we recognize this? If we don't, we are just going to move along.
Yeah, we can. I think we really appreciate that. Bruce from South Africa left the message. I think the panel definitely will need installation. So we will have another session after today's program. Thanks.
All right. So we also have some other devices listed right in front of us. So can we have the camera again and zoom into the? Can we also have the camera again? And
So Frank will show the Europe standard to our audience.
Yeah, I think this is the product family for our panel products. As you probably know that this is a 10.1 inch. So this is a 10.1 inch. And so this is actually supports for the base or US base and Euro base as well. So comparing with this one, sorry, I have to take them one by one. This one is actually used as a 4-inch panel. So the same software actually compared with the 5 inches as this one. This one is for Europe and Asia countries as well. This one is specifically designed to fit the US electricity standards of 120 and 76. So this is for the North American, Latin American market. This is for Europe and Asia market. So I think the major differences between these three is on their size and the base. This is what we have. If you have interested, just leave your email to say if you're interested in the 10, the 4, and the 5.
do we have this slides? Do we have this slide?
No.
Oh.
Just move it.
All right.
Yeah.
We have a questionnaire because also Oli side, I'm an influencer where to contact the right department. We definitely want you to do a review and let's talk about this later. And we want to know which different region are you from and what languages do you need. So this questionnaire goes to, do you prefer English, Spanish, Portuguese, Arabic, or other language? And let's see what the votation goes to. Well, so far it goes definitely to the English.
English, yeah.
All right, let me drag it here and see which one goes the second. Well, this is actually surprising because I see nobody's voted to the Spanish, but Portuguese, it goes to 13%, which is, and others. And whoever vote to the others, can you leave me a message in the group chat and what language do you need? And also, so what languages do we support?
Yeah, now we support Chinese, English, Spanish, and French, and German. Yeah, 5 languages.
All right, and is that included in the right? So Klaus Lau said English and German.
Yeah,
Right. So
we support.
the very first generation support that as well. So if Arabic and at least Russian. We'll see that. We'll see for the second generation or updates. But we'll definitely keep that in mind. And here comes to our third.
Yeah.
The very third round.
Okay.
All right, we'll see. So it comes to our very third round giveaway. So let's make it a happy scene. So type 1 in the group chat. And don't worry, we'll check on your messages one by one. And 3, 2, 1. They're sending too many ones. All right, so 15, it makes sense. It goes a little bit. All right.
Yeah, 15.
So this time we go to the 15th. And don't worry, we still have 2 rounds to go. So let's move on to the core content today.
Yeah, so let's move to today's smart control panel L. We use this to solve the problem of smart home interaction and control. So the next sessions we will go specific to this product. I think before we launch, we call it an abbreviation, I call it SCL. Before we launch this SCL, your home just like this,
Yeah, this.
right? And if we have SL in your home, it will look like
This.
this.
Can we switch back to the slides? Because we have a cartoon showing the difference with the PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Yes, it just looks
Just in
amazing.
case.
Right.
I can't see it from Zoom. I can't see the PowerPoints from Zoom.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Here it comes back.
Okay, Alan's gonna show again how amazing it
Okay.
happens.
Yeah. So
This is how it looks like when you don't have SEL, right?
yeah. If you don't have a smart control panel, your home just look like this. And when you have a smart control panel, your home just look like this.
Oh, it's amazing,
Wow,
right?
It's very amazing.
Okay, so I think one thing about this, people complaining about it is that if I'm not expert in this electricity, how can I install it? So is it really hard to install them on the wall?
Yeah.
And let's go here.
Thank you, Frank. It's very simple to install because we want the smart control panel to become the IoT infrastructure in the home. But at the same time, we don't want to bring complicated installation experience to our users. So you only need to replace a one-gun switch panel at home to easily complete the installation of the smart control panel. Yeah.
And if you want, so this morning, Alan sent me the product manual book, which is a load of content, very big. So if you want that manual book or you want product details, you can leave an email or book an online meeting. So we can send it over to you or we can explain it in detail. And also our assistant sent in the group chat that our just released global PR article, and you can see a lot of details from there as well. So either way, you can get along with more information.
And Frank, we thought about a question when designing this product. Does user need a screen? The answer is absolutely no, because users don't need a screen. What users really need is the product ecology behind the screen. So if the smart control panel can only control 1 or 2 devices, it's worthless, right?
Yes, absolutely, Alan. You're right. As we all know that at Tuya, one of the greatest advantages is having an open IoT platform, which has a huge number of developers and products that we have already been worked with and developed. Well, we call it a PBT, powered by Tuya. Therefore, through the Tuya's and smart control panel, you'll be able to control all powered by Tuya products.
And amazing thing is, Dimitris, which is you are very active. And first of all, you are only sending messages to the host, and I can read it. And Dimitris said, if you need more languages supported, like testing, we can contact regional people like him. And just like Frank said, we have this developer program. Not all the devices are developed by Tuya, but those are powered by Tuya.
Yeah.
So if you want to join our developer program, welcome to. So we can support more language and to every corner of the world. And then that's what we want to see. We want to see the whole world go smarter and smarter, not only with Tuya, but Tuya want to be part of that. And also, they ask, so Stefan side, do they all include a Zigbee gateway?
Yeah, we'll show it later. Yeah.
All right. So this is our very huge advantages, showing everything the ecosystem from the slide over competitors. No other product achieves such an exaggerated, controllable device ecology. Is that right?
Yeah. So, and for more efficient device interaction experience, we have designed more than 50 categories of device pages, just like you say in the picture. Light, switch, curtain, thermostat, air conditioner, and so on. The newly designed UI will bring incredible control experience for you.
Yeah, when we come to the, especially on the login process, we try to make it as simple as could be.
Yeah.
So at the same time, so you don't have to reset a tap to run on the smart control panel. You only need to scan the QR code on your Tuya app to activate the device. All your devices under your Tuya account in the app will be synchronized on the panel immediately.
Well, actually, I didn't plan on saying this, but Frank showed a lot of videos and showing step by step and unboxing the package and where is the QR code and how to scan it, activate the device,
Yeah.
and how to core it on and connect it with all different supported surrounding devices.
Yeah.
And if you need that video, and we can actually push Frank to shoot that video sooner. And if you want to check on previous generations, you can definitely go back to the YouTube Tuya B2B channel. And we already have some listed over there. And the next one, gonna move on to our key features, which is very important thing here. And we want to emphasize it with the killer features on the next page. All right, let's go. Here we are.
So this time we brought 4 killer features. So this is the first killer feature because we put Amazon Echo Dot into the panel so that you can use it to control or work with Alexa devices. As far as I know, there are currently only 2 control panel products can do Alexa built-in. So we are one of them. I'm sure everyone knows how powerful Alexa is. So we not only have a powered by Tuya device ecosystem, but also support a huge and powerful works with Alexa ecosystem. So this is the first killer feature. Yeah.
And that panel said, I'm not sure. That's exactly what I thought. So if we have competitors who's attending our webinar and he or she might doubt in this, but we do have another supporting case is that Tuya is one of the very first applying the Matter protocols. And that support Apple, Amazon, and Google. And all 3 devices with Tuya ecosystem, they can talk to each other. So not only this Alexa built-in, that the WWA devices, but also Matter, and we can talk about that later on. So yeah, I definitely trust your word. And that's one of the big reasons why we invite you in.
So I think let Frank to introduce what is Alexa built-in and what is work with Alexa.
Yeah, when we talk about Amazon voice services, we actually
Purologics.net.
yeah
In order to have
I
Alexa used
accidentally
by
wake
third
up
parties
Alexa
and
again.
developers, Amazon released the speech recognition function called Alexa Voice
Maybe you
Service,
can mute it.
AVS, and defined the framework of content creation called Alexa Skill Kit, ASK.
Okay, when we talk about the Alexa voice services, as you can see that I just accidentally wake them up. This is actually, the panel itself is Alexa built-in products. When we talk about Alexa built-in, we always know that the Echo speakers, they are all the first-party devices we call with Alexa built-in. And this panel is actually an Alexa built-in device as well, because we have the Alexa voice services connected to the panel itself, which means you'll be able to directly to talk with the panel, to wake them up, just like what you have interactive with the speaker, Echo speaker. So in this time, it's a panel and also it's a built-in speaker as well. And when we talk about work with Alexa, we have a lot of devices that's under the umbrella of Alexa family. So like a bulb, like a switch, like a plug, you will be able to use the Echo speaker to turn them on, turn them off, and giving the command through the Echo speaker they definitely cannot walk alone by themselves. They need to walk together with the Echo speaker. And this time, those devices, we call them walk with Alexa devices, while the speaker or the panel itself is a built-in devices. So like what we have given the title is like the building is like a more powerful and master device, we call them general, while the soldiers was just like surrounding them, waiting for the commands.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very clear. And let's move on. Many customers have asked a question. What is the difference between smart control panel and Echo Show or iPad? They all have a screen, right? And they can also control the device. So Frank, can you tell our audience the difference between them?
Oh yes, this is actually a question that's been asked so many times. So when we go to the market, we have to face that. So we know everybody knows that Echo Show devices, so they've been very popular. But the biggest difference is that the panel itself is work as an IoT devices. So it's not like the Echo will be like entertaining one. So the smart control panel will be more focusing on how we connect the device and control device in the IoT world. Like it has the powerful edge computing brain, comes with a multi-mode gateway, a Zigbee gateway, and Bluetooth mesh gateway, and supporting for the local control. While those are the features that while iPad or Echo doesn't have, which means that this is specific belongs to the IoT ones. So we all know that so many smart home platforms using a pure cloud architecture, which is a problem when network is unstable, is disconnected. All the devices are uncontrollable. So the whole system clash. So this is not what you want to sign on, want to know. So the local control is very important when the network is gone. This is also not be supported by Echo or iPad. So to give it into deeper look, this panel has a device control without network, and chapter 1 without network, group control without network, and also the automation logic executives at the edge and pairing devices without mobile app. Those are all the differences. We can classify them with the Echo speaker. So we take a more detailed look about the comparison between the Echo and this SAP panel. So only the smart control panel has a built-in multi-mode gateway, support for edge computing and inboard installation. So the iPad will be more like an entertainment one. So you also need a smart control panel home to control the devices. So I have a question for Alan. So what is the third killer feature?
Yeah, so let's see what is the third killer feature. This time we brought another killer feature. We released the audio and the video communication between the smart control panel and the other IoT devices. So you can actively view the video stream of IPC or doorbell and support two-way communication. And you can also answer the call request of the doorbell and the video door lock on the smart control panel and support remote door opening.
Well, when I first saw the slide, and by the way, we can't see the slide. All right. When I first saw the slide, and you said the audio and video call is one of the killer features. So those not all the panels can support that.
Absolutely, yeah.
And what's the percentage?
Because we brought this killer feature to this product. It's a very useful and powerful function, and because Tuya has a lot of abilities to our like OEMs, like other brand. So this is a very important part for them.
For sure.
Yeah.
And we come with more devices.
So here is the list of audio and video streaming devices supported by Smart Control Panel L.
And I get a really simple question from Ravi and said, can this control panel connected to house security system, outdoor camera, or doorbell? That's an easy one. You don't need to answer. Yes.
Yeah, doorbell we can support.
Yes.
So you can see this picture. This is a list of the video and the audio call with the smart control panel. Yeah. So apart from this, we can do more. Frank, can you tell everyone about it?
Yeah, I'd love to. As you know, as Alan mentioned, this is a walkthrough with the multimedia devices like the doorbell and the IP camera. And also, there's another very useful scenario is that when we have a multi panels in the house, like we have 3 or 5, we have a function that they will make family calls between one panel with the other. So which means that if you are preparing the cooking and in the kitchen, so you need everybody's coming down and to have lunch, you will be able to make a one-touch call to the other panels in the room, so everybody's get notice. So this is actually another difference where we have with other similar products.
Yeah. So family call is a very useful function, and essentially, we believe that the smart control panel is the best representative of the integration of software and hardware in the smart home field. It's currently the most complex hardware and software. In addition to self-developed falling hardware, we have also developed a special operating system, and it's based on the Linux kernel. Yeah, you know, Turing Award winner Alan Kay said, people who are really serious about software should make their own hardware. And this sentence has profoundly influenced Steve Jobs and Apple. So we also believe that the best user experience can only be achieved by fully controlling hardware and software. And this is what we are doing now. So Frank, can you introduce OS 4.0 to our audience?
Can I interrupt right
Yeah.
there? Because here comes our very fourth, because the OS 4 generation
yeah.
is actually very important, and
Yeah.
we want to emphasize it and also give away the fourth control panel. And just making sure this one is what we are going to, this one,
Yeah.
this very brand new 5 inches, right?
Yeah.
All right, 5 inches, and this one is the very fourth that we are going to give away. So hold in there, and when I say type in 1, you type 1 in the group chat. So are we ready?
Yeah.
All right, type 1 in the group chat, guys. Thank you, and let's get started. 3, 2, 1.
Go.
So it goes to, finally it goes to the 17th. All right, so whoever is the 17th, and we are going to count your number, and we're going to reach back to you. There is no need that you send. I got the sample in the group chat, just in case. So let's move on to the OS 4.
Yeah.
Yes, when we talk about OS 4, and as Alan mentioned this, we have actually redesigned it to make it the best looking smart control panel operating system so far. So we redesigned the entire visual and action specifications. It's like we're starting from the 3-dimensional device design and operation. User can quickly, efficiently complete the device interaction, and also at the visual level. Gaussian blur advanced the motion effects are widely used to bring the visual pleasure. I think for the Gaussian blur, I think we can introduce later. You probably can take a look on how it might looks. The Gaussian blur, which means this part, we have make it like the effects and to use to bring you a better visual pleasure here. And also a variety of themes option to meet user differences from aesthetic preferences.
Well, so here comes our next questionnaire, because what we said is there are 4 very important key features, and we want to know if you get them all. And also, even though you probably don't need a smart panel at your home, you still need a $50 Amazon gift card. You can get whatever you want, and this is just we are just contribute to your order. And actually, not everybody goes to the all above, and someone actually thinks those are important. The edge computing is important. The OS 4 point. So 13% of those people think OS 4 is quite important. 15 think Alexa built-in is. So yeah, those are the features. And actually, when we are doing the internal training and sharing, and a lot of our own employees, and we're very interested in the OS 4 system. What's the upgrade and what are the functions I support? And even though Frank just showed the surface of that, there are a lot of story behind it. And if you are in this industry and you want to kill your, you want to get ahead of your competitors, you definitely want to come back to us, and we're gonna share the story, and you have something to compete in the market to get your market share. So. Well, without further ado, let's go to the next thing, right?
Yeah, the same.
Yeah, this is actually you can see we display the point. There's a 5 sets of well-designed themes we brought this time. So we even use the Mid Journey. That's an AI large-scale model to help design more impact and visual effects. So. As you may say, those are the 5 themes that we have preset in the system. You will be able to choose one each by them. But I think Alan, I just want to make more information. Yes, I think Alan. So probably in the future we may consider that the user can upload their own pictures in the system to be the background pictures.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, right. I think the next vision we will develop this function that allows our user to put their photo into the smart control panel.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would really love to see that. That would be an absolutely great features because I think people can put their family photos.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the next slide is in order for better present our design. In fact, we use an IPS screen, which is up to 224 ppi in this time. So currently the latest generation of an iPad Pro is I think it's 227 ppi. So we are trying our best to present you the best feature in fact. And also in terms of the changes we made, comparing with the previous panels, in terms of the hardwares, we have added advanced detail for sensors. To accurately detect the distance between the user and the smart control panel, which means when you are approaching the panel, it will be automatically light up. So you don't have to just come over there and touch it. It will instantly realize that you're approaching it. You want to control the panel, so it automatically lights up. So this is the detail for sensors we add into the hardware.
And this time this is the industry's first real-time guessing blur based on the Linux kernel. So when you swap the screen, smart control panel is performing up to thousands of convolution operations to simulate the motion effect of forested glass. It's amazing.
And I'm actually interested because I find it funny because nobody asked what is Gaussian blur is.
Gaussian blur, yeah. It's a very, very advanced effect, motion effect.
Yeah. For the UI design.
Yeah. It's just a UED. Yes. And this time we brought the quick control with the highest interactive efficiency to this product. Users don't need to go to the device page to control it. As long as the home page slides down, you can interact with light, curtain, air conditioner, and so on. As what you say is what you get. So here you can directly slide the bar to control the brightness of the light, which is very convenient. Yes, and when you use the smart control panel, it can efficiently control all smart devices at home. When you are not using it, it's a great work clock, just like the picture show. So we have designed a beautiful flip clock screensaver. It's very simple and advanced, just like a technology art on the wall.
I agree. It looks like a piece of art, and I actually I feel like to flip it.
Yeah.
And also, Ed asked in the group chat when the smart control panel is available. It is available already, right?
Yeah, we have very limited samples that are ready to send for experience, but for the mass production, it takes several weeks.
All right, several weeks, but you can definitely book ahead and let us know what is your region and what are the requirements that you are looking for and what is the price. It actually depends on how many pieces that you purchase, right? So we have an MOQ for different quantities, and you can actually leave your project details if you don't want to share with every audience in the group chat. So for both ad and media, so how many samples can you send? I think that for now, 1 or 2 samples are good for you, but let us know about the details of your project. We'll arrange from there. So leave your email address or book an online meeting, please. So can you get a link to the page? Yes, our assistant gonna send it. If you don't get it, then we are going to send it right after the live event. And here comes the contrast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So since we're having the market launch, we always has been compared with our competitors on the market. So in general, that's in the market we have 2 competitors. One is especially in North America, we call it Brilliant. They actually launched the panel I think 2 or 3 years ago. But the Brilliant, first of all, they're not selling cheap. They probably would cost like more than $300.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not in cheap, and they still doesn't have a built-in gateway, local control, as I have specifically mentioned previously.
Yeah.
What we have, why they don't have. While the other one is we call the Sonoff. Sonoff, you probably will be selling on the market. So as from our perspective, the Sonoff is not actually can call a control panel.
Yeah.
It's actually I think it's a sync switch with a screen.
Yeah.
As we probably better call it. So as I had mentioned, one of the very biggest advantages that Tuya panel has is with the Tuya's ecological system, which we are an independent IoT platform. We connect hundreds of millions of devices, which Sonoff doesn't have. So the panel itself needs to control devices, while the ecological system is pretty important in this way. So this is actually, we make a general comparison between our 3 products.
Well, I can't believe that everything goes right on time. It's 5:54, and we have about 6 minutes to wrap up this webinar. And so far, some of the key features we want to come with the summary is the first device control, and how many devices that they can support up to, and tap to run, and also it can feel when you are it can feel to wake up when you are getting closer, and the Alexa built-in, also the built-in gateway, which is quite eye-catching and make it very competitive over our competitors. And also the edge computer bring, if you remember, this is one of the key features and killer features, audio and video call, and also quick control. So remember that we want you to remember. Well, we actually convince you to remember those 4 features, because here comes our Amazon gift card. So the rule is different. We're not sending one in a group chat. So whoever sent one of the 4 key features, killer features, will be the one who take the $50 Amazon gift card. So I'm just going to wait in the group chat. Give me an answer of one of the 4 killer features. All right. So Farbin said, "You lose your chance, Bruce." And Lennon. So yes, OS 4 is, and tap to run is not, right? Alaska built-in is. So we already give you the answer in the questionnaire above, and the very first one goes to, again, we are going to gather those information and reach out to you and send you the Amazon gift card. So let's take a break over here, and I'm going to go very fast with the rest of the content about how Tuya help your brand stand out in the local IoT market, not only brand, but maybe your devices as well. So with all sort of solutions that we support from category to industry, from cloud to cube, we enable your smartness from 0 to 1, and also from the very first to 100 step. And you can trust us with from the PID, which is the next page that I want to bring. And PID is very important because all the devices have a very unique product ID. And to do this, you can easily create a device panel which will generate this PID on Tuya IoT platform. And you can track it, you can activate it, track it, real-time device, the data by region, and also the product category at any time. And the whole process is very simple. You get the PID and you check on the prototype or the samples. You place the mass order, and we are going to send it out to you. As a brand owner, you sell it out and you're going to see the activation data. But again, all the data belongs to you. We are just storing it for you. And it goes to the very last page about all the add-on, the value-added services from Tuya. So this is not the last thing that we can do for you, but this is quite important because Tuya also provides 70 plus value-added services for long-term growth from multiple aspects. The app service is what you definitely need for IoT devices, including creating an app for your business, launching apps, updating, etc. The second one is from the eco service, as we're working with many eco giants around the globe, like Amazon, Walmart, Wayfair, and right now we are working with Tamil. So we can have the green channel for your brand to open the store online, and we actually have some tips because we've been doing this operating for many years, and we can actually give you some tips and how to improve the store rating and how to get your income increase as well. And here is our 5 minutes online FAQ section. So we are going to pause here. More to expect. And we're going to host another 2 webinars. The 14th is more about hospitality, and the 15th is about small business, smart lighting. So register those. You can just go to tuya.com, and from the homepage, you can see where to book a Zoom seat. And anybody who have any questions, we are going to stay online for another 5 minutes, and the picture gonna be all right. So leave your question. We'll still watch out for those. Send. All right. Is there a chance I can get a free sample to review on my social media? Oli, I need to know about your social media, your region, and what's your plan. And can you get sample, Ravi? Can you get sample, and what would be the price for one? Again, we need to know your project, and we'll see where it goes next. And register. So I don't see more questions in the chat box. Again, we are going to stay online for another 5 minutes. So leave your comments over here, or send an email to vip@tuya.com. So what about we wrap this up and say goodbye to our audience, and we'll follow up online, because that's how the internet business goes. So thank you, Frank and Alan, for this time. I actually enjoy this expert talk because I'm spending a lot of time reading the dialogue from the audience. Oh, well, thank you for joining us.
Yes, absolutely. It's really my pleasure. I really enjoyed this session. I'm really excited to see that people have so many questions. And I think for us, and we always trying our best to bring the best products, and we're always looking forward to hearing more free feedback from you. So don't hesitate. If you have any questions, just leave your email and we'll get in touch. Thanks.
All right.
Yeah.
So Ed and I welcome you back because this is your very first time, and
Yeah.
you probably feel a little bit nervous. But next time you'll just be
Okay.
like Frank.
Yeah.
We'll
I will
see.
try, yeah.
All right. Before we go, here is I have a 4-inch screen sample. I have problem changing the time zone on the Alexa, and we can actually show you after the meeting. So, guys, we are going to say goodbye to you. So leave the message online, and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Are we?
Tuya Smart is a leading technology company focused on making our lives smarter. Tuya does this through offering a cloud platform that connects a range of devices via the IoT. By building interconnectivity standards, Tuya bridges the intelligent needs of brands, OEMs, developers, and retail chains across a broad range of smart devices and industries. Tuya solutions empower partners and customers by improving the value of their products while making consumers' lives more convenient through the application of technology. Through its growing commercial SaaS business, Tuya offers intelligent business solutions for a wide range of verticals. The company's platform is backed by industry-leading technology complete with rigorous data protection and security. Tuya partners with many global Fortune 500 companies to make things smarter, including Philips, Schneider Electric, Lenovo, and many others. The scope of Tuya's business covers the whole chain from smart manufacturing to the application of smart scenes. At the same time, encouraged by the online and offline channel resources of the service providers, integrators, and operators in Tuya's ecosystem, Tuya can help our brand customers to sell smart devices to the entire world. Tuya collaborates closely with Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Apple, and Samsung in industry ecosystem. Our platform is one of the first that integrates Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, Apple HomeKit, and Samsung SmartThings at the same time. We enable brands to solve product development problems such as high development costs, long development cycles, and technical challenges and roadblocks, so that even companies with zero experience can quickly enter into the IoT space and enhance their product competitiveness. Tuya Smart, the global IoT development platform service provider, based on the underlying IoT parts-level technical support. We have developed smart business solutions for various industries including hospitality, residential, building, community and office park, etc. The infrastructure behind our platform includes Cloud Plus networking module plus app to enable the rapid development of smart products. Powered by Tuya PBT is a mark of interconnectivity across different brands and categories. Users can easily control any product featuring the PBT label with just one app. By June 30, 2022, the Tuya IoT development platform has served over 629,000 developers from more than 200 countries and regions worldwide. Smart devices powered by Tuya are currently available in approximately 100